Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the F1 Project for you guys today here on the channel. And once again, we are in the showroom as I've decided to do a little bit of a livery change for today's episode. But if you guys are enjoying the F1 Project and you're excited to see this episode, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well, because I'm having a lot of fun making the F1 Project. But for today's video, as it's going to be my home Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix, well, when I say home, like my second home, because I'm living in, you know, I'm taking the piss. Anyway, I wanted to just go all out on the Stealth Black edition of the Mercedes. As you can see then, we have now got the official Mercedes-Benz W10 Stealth Black edition. So, all I have done with this, and I'm going to quickly turn down my TV volume so it doesn't echo through because I'm on my other monitor. I don't have headphones for it. But as you can see, the Mercedes for this episode is in its full Stealth Black mode. So you can still see all of the stars that are integrated into there. They've just been hidden by this new black livery that we've got. And it's just a full black Mercedes with obviously all of the light blue in there. I actually really like the livery. I didn't think it would be as nice as this. But I just wanted to do something cool for my home Grand Prix. And I'm also going to change my helmet and try and find something nice. So we're going to try and customize that together. But I'm going to go back to... I've also got another livery planned for the German Grand Prix and the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm going to do them in the same episode just because I can't be bothered to do one recording, finish it, and then change the livery and then record it and then finish it. So it'll just be all in one. But if you guys would like to see this full Stealth Black livery make a return later on down the line, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll reinstall the mod that I've met, or reinstall the livery that I made here. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. I just, you know, changed one or two little bits and basically made it black. But I'm going to go ahead and change my helmet as well because it's a bit dodgy, should we say. Yes, I could easily mod my own helmet in, but I don't know how to do it. Like I said, I've tried. It doesn't work. I thought this one would look nice, but what I wanted to do is the bit on the top, I was wishing that was never blue, and it would be sick, but it is blue. So I'm thinking of just going blue. What is this type? What if I went blue this way instead? So if I turn the luminance up on this, went all the way to that, okay, that's just like on cocaine style. So like there, and then also that makes that bit blue instead. That'll probably work. We're gonna do, oh no, accept. We'll do that instead. So we'll have it as primarily blue with black instead. So there we go then. We're now gonna go over into our career mode. And we've also had another change in the career mode. So I'm gonna show you guys what happened as well in the process before we get obviously into practice, which I need to do. First of all, if you haven't seen the last episode, this is going to spoil it. But if you have, I screwed up my contract offer, and I gave too many attempts, and I got stuck with my basic offer, which is, it's decent for qualifying, but it means I have to win in every race, otherwise they ain't happy. And I didn't manage to get any perks, so I'm going to be stuck for another 4 races with bad deals, basically, where I could be making progress, so I've stabbed myself in the foot. But we have had our first transfer come on through, which is going to be revealed when this game actually wants to load. Okay, so here we are then for this for the laptop. It took me ages to get to it, but as you can see, first of all, we've managed to get both of our upgrades for the engine side of things onto the car. So we've got the performance upgrade there, and we've got another one here. Now the positive side of what we can see is, as you can see here, look, we've now got a upgrade for the energy recovery system. We've now got, basically, we've got 3 more upgrades that we can do on the engine side of things. Before then, I'm allowed to split off and go into other areas again, because I haven't been able to do that as of yet. So I've got to upgrade the fuel injection twice, and then the ERS once. Now, obviously, the ERS is going to be the big problem, because I am not allowed to upgrade the ERS after this point for a very, very long time, because we've got a major upgrade and then an ultimate upgrade, and I can't go to ultimate until I've done all of the majors, so that's going to take me a long time, but eventually, obviously, I'm going to get blocked by a couple of majors, so I would have to do them, but, you know, we're looking good. So those went onto the car, and then in terms of, before I skip it and mess up, team changes, we have now got Charles Leclerc has been signed to McLaren, who's replaced now Lando Norris. Lando Norris, however, has moved to Racing Point, and Sergio Perez has been let go, which is a little bit upsetting, considering Perez has retired from about every single race I've possibly been a part of. But in the R&D chart, though, we are still comfortably clear. It is the powertrain that's guiding us towards glory, but eventually we're going to have a lot of upgrades that we can be able to do then on other departments to catch ourselves back up. But I'm going to go into practice now. I've rambled on long enough. Get as many R&D points as I can before I die, and then I will see you for the end of my quali lap. I don't even know who got pole position then. I think Lewis did. Damn, it's a bit frustrating actually. That was a really, really good start to the lap, and it just like completely curtailed off into 7 100ths of a second in it. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that's frustrating. Hamilton takes pole position though, ahead of ourselves by 7 100ths of a second, and then of course it's the Ferraris and the Red Bulls fighting each other there. But we had such a good start to the lap, and then we just messed it up horribly in the middle sector. And then those last 2 corners as well. I didn't get it right at all. Probably if I'd nailed the perfect lap, I probably would have been about 0.3 of a second clear, I think. Maybe even 0.4 was the gap that I could have had. But nevertheless, a bad qualifying. But we can recover that in the Grand Prix, and I believe I've got the pace to beat Lewis Hamilton. My difficulty is going to be trying to get out of DRS of him, because there's 3 zones here in Austria, and it's a bit menacing, I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm happy to go. I am going to see, what can we do? R&D tree-wise, should I put an upgrade on now, or should I wait to the end? Let's wait to the end, because I might just do another efficiency upgrade, or I might even do another efficiency upgrade on a different department in preparation for me going at it again. And that will probably be for the aerodynamic side of things. So that seems like the smartest choice, is to prepare myself for when I need to upgrade the next bits of my car. Okay, so we're on the grid now to start the race, and I'm going to put a little bit of extra fuel in just so I can really go for it, basically. And what I'm hoping for is to get the same type of start as I did in France. Better secondary phase. That's a great exit. Fantastic run, Hamilton. My position. Thank you very much for obliging. I'm just going to hog the inside of the track as well. And Vettel takes position. There's been an incident further behind the grid though, which I'm not too concerned about, but that's what we wanted to do, was get our elbows out immediately versus Lewis Hamilton. That's a bit wide. And run off into the distance. Now that's all I wanted to do. I just want a simple race. Unlike France, where I got the biggest torment of my life. I think Hamilton's just repassed Sebastian Vettel. Having a bit of a drag race, but I expect the Mercedes to come out on top, which I believe he does. So there's Hamilton. Oh, I lied. Vettel's back in front of him again. Fair play. Keep going at it, Seb. All you're doing is building me a gap. That's all I care about right now. I've got the car in high ERS mode and rich fuel mixture. Taking the opportunity to burn my fuel, burn some ERS, burn some fuel, and pull away. And it's good that they're fighting, because it just keeps me ahead. That's going to be wide. Yeah, it's fine. And to cross the line for a fastest lap of a 106.5. Not the quickest lap ever in the world. That sun really just screwed my line. Not as bad as I thought, actually. Now I can just pull away and be comfortable. There is a yellow flag behind me. I don't know who it's for. It doesn't look like it's for any of the top lot. It's for Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault. He's out of the Grand Prix. Meanwhile, the guys behind me are fighting hard now. They're in that DRS train that I did not want to get myself involved with. So you can see the gap already. I mean, they're 6 seconds back. Hamilton's just made the move against Vettel, but Vettel will come back up the inside again. And then they're just going to keep on going at it. So I'm just in cruise control. Something I didn't realise coming into this Grand Prix, and that's my gearbox is on 70%. I had no idea it was that heavily worn. Hamilton's also passed Vettel, and by the looks of it, cleared him. Will I be... when does the gearbox fail in this? You know what, I might actually suffer with some problems with my gears in this race. In fact, when I was saying Hamilton's cleared Vettel completely, he literally has just left him for dead, because Weber's now on the back of him. So Hamilton's got the edge on Sebastian. I have no doubt he'll close the gap to me, but I'm not pushing, so it's fine. I'm going to probably need to push, though, at some point, because I have a feeling I'm going to be losing some gears very shortly. Good thing I pulled away when I did. Update on the gearbox, it's now on 71% worn, so I should be alright to leave it for this race. I don't think I'm going to get through the British Grand Prix though. And I don't really want to take... I might have to take a 5-place grid penalty at the next race, to be honest. Sucks, but... I mean, at some point I've got to do durability, so I've just got to think about when would be the smart time to do that. The engine components aren't wearing. If I go to them... I can't remember how long I've had them in the car, I'm not going to lie to you. But they're doing alright. If I leave that up, I'm trying to turn them when I can't really actually look. So, really the ICE is the one that's wearing out the most. And I've already done an upgrade on the ICE to counter that. I haven't done anything to counter the gearbox yet. And now is the time I'm going to be coming in to stop as well. I forgot I had to take control for that long. I thought the pit assist took control much earlier than it did. I've still got plenty of fuel on board as well. I did overfuel my car. I thought I'd be in rich mix a lot longer, but clearly I'm not. But I'm going to be coming out into some clean air. No problems at all. And I'm probably going to rejoin, hopefully not in too much traffic. But I shouldn't have the same issue that I did in France. Well, I definitely won't have the same issue because I actually rejoined. Oh, God, get me in this clean gap here. That's it. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful little clean air there. There's Lando Norris as well. That's going to be weird to look at as Norris in a Pink Panther. Let's push for a little bit.
Butler has just moved into first place.
In saying that though, my traction on newer tyres is just godly. And my straight line speed anyway is godly. And I can just go down the inside. There we go. But it didn't affect me too much. Well, there we are then. Crossing the start-finish line. What a straightforward and really fast Grand Prix. That to me felt like it was... Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless about how fast that race literally just went. To me, it just felt like seconds. It obviously wasn't, but yeah, that literally felt like that race went in just a heartbeat there. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I actually kind of I prefer my helmet as well. I'm really glad I made the change to that. But there we go then, guys. That is the win for the Austrian Grand Prix. We take the race victory. Won it off the start, really. We managed to get through... Wait a minute. How has Lucas Weber got my helmet? Wait, what? Hang on a minute. That's the helmet I've been trying to install for me. How the hell has Weber got it? I've been trying to install that gold helmet that I had for the F1 journey for my character. How has Weber got it? What? How does that make... That doesn't make any sense. How's Weber got my helmet? I'm actually really puzzled. Luckily, I'm recording the British Grand Prix and the Austrian Grand Prix separately because I'm going out in a second. Well, not going out, actually. I'm dying. I'm joking. Race results-wise, put that aside a second. We managed to win the Grand Prix very comfortably. Got the fastest lap very comfortably as well. Versus Lewis Hamilton. It's a Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, Red Bull 5 and 6. Charles Leclerc doing a good job for McLaren on his debut. Only 6/10 off of Verstappen. So, competitive stuff from the McLaren there. Championship-wise, we're now 15 points clear of Lewis Hamilton. And it's a straight fight between the two Mercedes drivers for the win in this season. Obviously, poor old Sergio Perez there won't be participating anymore. Constructors Championship wise, 192 points clear now of Ferrari, 220 clear of Red Bull Racing, as we are going to be moving to the British Grand Prix. Oh, sorry, what was the difference between this weekend and last? Probably a power unit. The chassis and the aero side are not that good yet. They're still struggling.
You're looking for a contract with another team.
Is
there any truth to that?
I mean, why would I want to move?
Appreciate your time.
Throw up my bed. Okay, so having a look then at all of the rivalry breakdown for that one, that puts us back in front of Lewis Hamilton. Weber were just beating very profusely. I wanted to actually check what my objectives were for this season, because I can't remember. What's tough is the fact that I only got 300 resource points that entire race. Oh, here we go. Qualify 5th or better for 400 resource points. I've smashed that already. That's like out of the park. It's annoying that I can't rediscuss my negotiations. But I'm going to do some preparation for when I unlock the new department. Because obviously I'm getting close to taking out all these miners, which means that I'm allowed to upgrade... take on these major upgrades to re-unlock the miners again. So I've completed all the miners here. I can unlock and go again. So I'm going to now put a department efficiency on the aerodynamics in preparation for getting this upgrade. And it actually only makes it now 840 resource points, so much, much cheaper to purchase than what it would have been. Well, this one says 841, but it doesn't matter. This was probably a lot more. This is major, and that's major there. So moving into the British Grand Prix, there's going to be no upgrades, but on the contrary to that, we are going to be eligible to... Ooh, as the current gearbox has fulfilled its requirements to 6 races, you can have one without trick. Yes! Oh, this game is literally just godly. I've managed to do 6 races on that gearbox, so I can take a free one for the... Oh my god, yes. There is a god that is preying upon my, quite frankly, very, very diseased soul. Okay, welcome everybody to the laptop then, for the start of the British Grand Prix, here for round number, however many rounds, I think it's round 10, so I don't know. But we're here then, and first things first, we're going to have a mixed race. We're going to be starting on the dry tyres, and then slowly traversing to the wet tyres later on in the Grand Prix, so that's going to spice things up a little bit for us today. As we have a look at the R&D progress, it was actually quite interesting to look at this when I was off camera. Obviously on the engine side of things, you can see we're miles ahead and we've only got 3 more upgrades left to go before we can finally tick this off of our box, and hopefully we might be able to get both these 2 on, which means then it hopefully, depending if they fail or not, leaves us with just 1 left. We'll have to wait and see. But if you have a look at the chassis side of things here, this is what I found really interesting. Look at Ferrari. They're all the way down mid-table in the chassis. I didn't notice this. And I don't know if this is because they're not upgrading. But yeah, I found it quite interesting that they were so far down. They're top of the aero department. And then they're obviously 4th in the other departments. What I haven't shown, though, is the progress history yet for the R&D. I haven't shown that in ages. So I thought I'd just pop it up on the screens now. You can see that we are comfortably in front of everyone. Red Bull have made an upgrade to get a little bit closer to us in this race. Ferrari, meanwhile, just plateauing. They haven't really made that many upgrades. The midfield teams, though, they've really been making a lot of upgrades. And they are catching Ferrari ever so slightly. Racing Point are currently... it's Haas that are just in front of Racing Point by a pube. Then it's McLaren just in front of Alfa Romeo, who then are ahead of Renault. Toro Rosso have dropped off the peg a little bit, and Williams are catching up at their own rate. Let's get to qualifying, and we're still using the stealth black livery. I'm only saying that this will be in 1 episode for you guys, but I'm recording this second part of the race at a different time period to when I recorded the Austrian Grand Prix, but they'll be together for you, so who cares? There we go, guys. That is pole position for the British Grand Prix, and that's exactly what we wanted heading into this weekend. I'm not sure how fast I was compared to Hamilton. In the end, it's 0.3 of a second. Wow, okay, fair play. It's the Red Bulls then that qualify next in 3rd and 4th, and then it's the Ferraris just slotting in behind there. But I felt very, very comfortable. I just want to see how much faster I was than Hamilton's. Hamilton did a 27.3 in the first sector. I did a 27.5. I was 2 tenths down in the first sector. He does a 36.6 in the middle sector. I do a 36.2. I've gained 4 tenths, and then I gained a tenth then. So really, Hamilton's much faster than me in the first sector. I'm much quicker than Hamilton in the middle sector, and then in the final sector, it just came down to me just being that little bit quicker. And pretty much I just nailed the final sector. That's all it really was, and it got me in front there. So we're going to take pole position for the race, and it's going to be critical now to crack on with it. Right, so we're here then to start the British Grand Prix. Now, we've got 3 blocks of normal dry weather and then 3 blocks of wet weather. Now, if these tyres are going to get to lap 7, I think we'll be alright to start on the soft tyres. We're going to do that, start on the soft tyres, and try and basically get to the wet weather period. So here we are then on the grid. We've got 4, now 5 red lights. And that's a very long light sequence. Oh my god. Hamilton's got a better start. Oh, I've held it around the outside versus Hamilton. That was really close there between myself and Lewis Hamilton. He got the better getaway than me on that occasion, but we just managed to hold it around the outside and Hamilton backed out of it in the end. Could have actually really just shut the door on me and said, absolutely no way you're coming around there, but he didn't quite get aggressive as I thought he would, but we've maintained the race lead. And now we've just got to settle ourselves in and hope that we can pull away and see if we've got the pace to do it. This middle sector is where I'm traditionally faster. So let's get my head down now. Holy moly, how have I just kept that under control? I do not know what I've just done then, but it somehow worked out. I've got to try and stop the car as well. Jesus Christ, I got such a bad run through the first sector. I got so eager to get on the throttle because I knew Hamilton would get a slipstream run on me. And he just... Jesus Christ alive. That was heart in your mouth stuff. He's got a fantastic run towards Maggots and Beckett's. How's he got so much more straight line speed than I do? I've just bumped into him slightly, but we've maintained position. Let's just hope he gets overtaken by someone and gives me some fresh air. Stop it. Get out my slipstream. Get away. This is flashbacks to Bottas versus Hamilton in Silverstone last year. You're trying to switch me. Not this time, though. Okay. I'm under big pressure here. This is a France rematch. And I am ready for a rematch because I lost the first time around. I don't think he's got the run. Which he doesn't. Let's pull away from him. Come on. Just haven't had any time to save up any of my battery or anything. Here comes Hamilton again. I can do it now. I'm going to not let you have the outside, Sonny boy. You may have been nice to me on the first lap, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be nice to you in return. I will hold you up for as long as it takes.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Yeah, this is an issue now. Oh, there's a yellow flag behind. It's only behind though, so I'm not that bothered. That's a bit wide. Charles Leclerc's out of the race in the McLaren. Bad luck for him. For us though, I need to see when the rain's going to come.
Rain is imminent. Rain is imminent. Be careful out there.
Just
Your
imminent.
eyes seem like the best tyre for now.
So in other words, don't bother stopping? Do I just wait till the rain arrives? I feel like that'd be the knowledgeable choice. I can get out of this crew of cars then, that are just curtailing on my back.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Oh, that's huge. Hamilton's got car trouble. Well, you're not going to be on my back for much longer then. That's a bit gutting though for him. But I'm sorry. I'm going to activate Rich Mix and I'm getting out of there. I don't want to be anywhere near, especially with Weber. Still there, mind. So I can't rule out Lucas from doing something. Got to keep a tab on what he's up to. I was just about to say, I have a dilemma. And that was, when is the rain going to arrive?
Target is +1.
It's just started to rain now. You can see it on the screens. And we've been told to box. Now, as you can gather, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to just let the rain take over. And then just pit as soon as it's wet. That's my job. My plan. Interestingly enough, Butler, Verstappen, and my teammate Hamilton are all staying fine skip periods just like the others are. And if that's the case, then whoever stopped really screwed themselves over. And we're 6/10 down in the first sector. The track is not drying up now. It's just getting worse. We should just get a sprint of it on the intermediate tyres. And there's my first luck of it. Jesus Christ. That was close. Too much speed through there. Tyres are wearing out, but the track's just about an inch away. Whoopsie.
Lewis is in for a stop.
That's a track limit warning. What does Lewis come in for? If he comes in for inters, I'll be mad. No, they're going to mediums, all of them.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay. What do I do then? Do I go on to mediums as well? What do I do? I guess I've got to follow them, right? Surely.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh no, I don't.
Confirmed confirmed.
Oh, Tom, you've stayed out and you've pulled the trick. Intermediate tyres. They've wasted a stop. I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to Butler and Weber because they're second and third anyway, but just makes my choice easier. Tell me about the tyre regulations because I haven't stopped yet, but I'm about to chuck on the inters, so that just shoves that out the water, so don't even panic about it, game. Just relax, calm your breasts. I am okay. I'm just doing my own thing right now. But that was perfect, wasn't it? Good timing to get those through and through, but there we go then. 37 seconds during the pit stops around this track. It's ridiculous. This isn't even a long pit lane in real life. It's hilarious how it takes so long. Anyway, we've made our stop now. The rest of the drivers will undoubtedly make theirs as well. Unless they're idiots. They're not stopping. I've just seen them on the minimap. There they go. Morons. Well, there's a little bit of stroke of genius. We're on to the final lap of the Grand Prix here. And look at Mr. Lewis Hamilton, who's behind me. He stopped for inters. And now he's clawing all over the back. Well, he's just passed Weber. Is he going to get Butler by the end? He does! Fair play. Oh, and what? Sainz has got him as well! McLaren are about to snatch a podium in this Grand Prix out of absolutely nothing. Carlos Sainz is going to take third place. They didn't stop for inters, but some of the others did behind. I thought all of them stayed on dries. Clearly not. And Hamilton, with all of his car trouble, is still going to pick up a podium from this. Were they going to take the win here at the British Grand Prix and make it back-to-back race wins? And clearly the stealth black livery giving me some great love and luck here today. But did Sainz beat Hamilton though? Because Sainz was 4 tenths behind at the end. No, he didn't, but fair play to Carlos Sainz. He's just taken a podium for McLaren in this project, in the F1 project. This is only season 1, and there it is, look guys. It is a 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz. Came out of nowhere and picks up a podium. Did anyone else take anything off of him then? Was it just... Look at that, whoa! So Sainz got there in the end. Hulkenberg snatched it. Grosjean's gonna snatched it. It's an awful race for Ferrari. And wait, where's the other one? Butler's all the way down in 18th. What the hell happened? Wait a minute. Butler was in third. Sorry, was second behind me, and he's dropped to 18th. He must have had a collision somewhere in the end. That's mental. But anyway, guys, we have won the Grand Prix ahead of Hamilton. Sainz gets third ahead of Hulkenberg, and Weber finishes in P5 ahead of Romain Grosjean, and then Verstappen and Vettel, Ricciardo and Gasly picking up the race results. Let me go to, tyres. Let me see here. So everyone did softs to inters. Weber did not. Verstappen did not. Vettel did not. Neither did Butler, and neither did Magnussen. Everyone else on the grid did do softs to inters. Wow. So both Red Bulls and both Ferraris made a mistake, and so did the Haas car. I was expecting Ferrari to make a mistake because it's Ferrari, but Red Bull's a bit of a strange one in there. And yeah, I got 2 track limit warnings, but oh, there you go, look. You got a collision with Verstappen, did Sainz, and you got a warning for a collision with Devon Butler. So he's crashed with Butler on the last lap of the Grand Prix, but he still nicked the place, and there's Charles Leclerc with a mechanical failure, which costed him there. But in terms of the Drivers' Championship then, that does mean we now have a 22-point lead over Lewis Hamilton heading into the next Grand Prix at Germany. Ahead of Sebastian Vettel, though, we are 118 points clear. And then it is Weber who jumps in front of Butler after Butler failed to score. Verstappen stays in P6. In the Constructors' Championship, meanwhile, if I can select it, Mercedes 231 points clear, 247 points clear of Ferrari. Renault jump up a bunch of places after a shock position finish for Mr. Nico Hulkenberg in there. Okay, so as you can see then, we're getting much closer now to beating Lewis Hamilton for the second time in the rivalry. We should be able to get that done at the end of the next episode. Lucas Weber, we are smashing as well, which is great for us. Qualify 5th or better, that target was done and dusted. That was quite an easy team goal there for us to achieve. That now leaves us with 1,300 resource points to do some fun with, and we're going to go straight away and try and get these components straight onto our car for the engine side of things. I can't even develop the part because I don't have enough bloody points to do it. Awesome. I can't do simultaneous development. Oh, for Christ's sake, which means I have to do it 3 weeks in a row, and if it fails, I can't wait. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. It's fine, screw it. I will go and do a durability part, and I will do it on the gearbox to stop that from wearing out straight away, because I've got to do the durability at some point anyway. Might as well take the sacrifice and hit it on that front. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. Next episode's going to be at the German Grand Prix, and also the Hungarian Grand Prix as well, and I will be switching up the livery once again, so I will see you guys for then. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care all. Peace.